and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena I have built a Jeskai deck, red, white, and blue, around several of the Avatar The Last Airbender cards, and I really want to show off the power of airbending in this format. So let's dive into it. There's a lot of Jeskai control decks out there. You may have seen the one with Jeskai Revelation. I played it on this channel a few weeks ago, but airbending opens up a lot of fun avenues, and one of the best airbending cards out there is Aang Swift Savior. So for 1 and a white and a blue, you get a flash flyer that when it enters, airbends up to one other target creature or spell. Now for a waterbend 8, you can transform this into Aang and La, Ocean's Fury, which is a reach trample 5/5, and whenever this attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each tapped creature you control. That is a fun tempo play to turn into a 5/5 and start smashing for the win, but the airbending is the main thing you sign up for. And one of the funnest things to airbend is Nia Sky Sail Storyteller. This human performer hero can also transform for 5 mana into a spider human hero. You can also cast it for that side. And then you have a 4/4 flying vigilance haste that gets bonuses for cards entering from exile. But that doesn't happen very often. It is a pretty expensive rate for that 4/4. However, when you airbend Nia, you can cast the backside, the Fabled Sky Climber, for only 2 generic mana. And that is what a lot of the deck is built into. This is a tempo deck that tries to get under the opponent and keep them off balance by casting Nia in several different ways, and often threatening to cast Nia's backside, even if the opponent solves the front side. So early on, you want to play Nia, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card as long as you control Nia. The opponent will scramble to get rid of it. They don't want you to have a card. But if you respond with an Aang that airbends that Nia, that then cast Nia as a 2 mana 4/4 flying vigilance haste, you're in a much better position. Also, airbending at instant speed is 1 copy of Yip Appa Steadfast Guardian, 2 white for a 3/4 flash flying bison ally that enters and airbends any number of non-land permanents you control. Bonus, when you cast a spell from exile, you get a 1/1 white ally creature token. The other fun card to airbend in this deck is Aang's Iceberg, which is a 3 mana flash, and I have played this one, I know, on the channel before. It has the water bend to sack this and scry 2. When it enters, you exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent until this leaves the battlefield. However, they can be yours, which is something a lot of people miss. This style of card, this banishing light type effect, is normally templated to target your opponent's cards. This can target your cards, which means you can do really sneaky things, like use Aang's Iceberg to exile Aang into the iceberg and then pay the waterbending cost to release Aang from the iceberg at instant speed to, at instant speed, airbend another creature or spell, which might be your Nia. You then cast on the other side. It's a very shifty, tricky Jeskai tempo deck, hidden as a Jeskai control shell. And then on top of that, to add a little more sauce, we have some flash creatures to throw the opponent off even more with Wan Shi Tong Librarian, which can also draw cards, and the Unagi of Kyoshi Island can be flashed in, and it has this nasty ward making the opponent learn waterbending. It can draw extra cards if the opponent dares draw cards, which is very fun. Finally, the big play in the deck, what the deck loves to do, I first saw this on the broadcast for Worlds, is Shiko Paragon of the Way. This 4/5 flying vigilant spirit dragon can cast a non-land card from your graveyard, mana value 3 or less. Actually, it exiles it from the graveyard, then copies it, then you may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So what that means is it sees Nia in the graveyard. It exiles Nia from the graveyard. It creates a copy of Nia that you may now cast without paying its mana cost. The copy has 2 sides. It is an exact copy of the Nia card. Therefore, you can cast the backside, the Fabled Sky Climber, even though it has a mana value of 5, you can cast it with the Shiko for free. And you have a 4/5 flying vigilance that brought along a 4/4 flying vigilance haste friend. That's cool. That's cool. So that's what we're here to do. We get things going early on with the storyteller. We airbend and waterbend everything in sight. And then finally Shiko comes out and we go way over the top. It's a very fun deck. I'm excited to play for it. I'm excited to play it for you because you know what? You guys deserve it. You guys out there grinding on Magic Arena, showing up on the official Magic Arena channel for some sweet technology. You deserve it. So this one's for you today, all the fans out there who have been watching these videos for the last several years. I appreciate you. Thank you. Like and subscribe. You're cool. Well, will we find a blue source? On the draw, Nia in hand. I think we can do that. I told ya. It wasn't even difficult. How about that? And do they do something? Maze Mind Tome. Good little book. Draws cards. So, right away, I think we get into tempo gaming and run out the Storyteller, which is very hard to do on the draw. It's definitely a rough situation to be in where you don't get to use the No More Lies the way you want to. And we get Washi Tong Librarian. And they're immediately throwing Nia into an iceberg so that I never cast Washi Tong Librarian, which really sucks because now Shiko can't cast the Nia. Well, there you go. We could also stock up now. Then next turn we have this and Lies. Sure. So, choices. I always love to grab another stock up. I don't know exactly what's going on with them. Another Nia is great, but this iceberg could also be another Nia, so I'm going to take it. And what are they doing? So far, Maze Mind Tome Iceberg could just be blue-white control. Restless Anchorage leans further into that. So, time to bring out another Nia, and we have No More Lies to do battle with however they want to interact with her this time. And there's an Aang, nice. So we really do want to try to protect her. They scry but don't commit any mana. Weird. What's going on? Ah, the white aura site will exile this. Let's use a No More Lies. Are they going to scry for their 4 life now or later? Later. So we have Shiko, and there's stock up in the graveyard, but there's also an Aang. Let's attack. And we are holding up, activating Monastery and casting Aang Swift Savior. But I want to see what they try to do. They did scry to the top. They play an Authority of the Consuls. Okay. Not a big deal. It's like an artifact enchantment based control deck of some kind. Let's see what happens if I play Aang. Yep, they gain a life. I'm going to try to airbend Nia. Let's see how they respond. Okay. Well, the Authority is really good against the 4/4 hasty version of Nia. So we'll just keep doing the value version of Nia. I built it to cast the 4/4 Flying Vigilant Haste for free, but against Authority, I'd rather just keep getting more cards and getting further ahead. And an Iceberg. Nice. And a land on top, so we can keep hitting our land drops while having all these sweet cards to cast? Absolutely. Pressure's going to begin. Here's a Consult the Star Charts. Airbending that doesn't accomplish very much. Don't panic. Let it be. We're both going to get to look at a lot of cards. Second Authority. Don't like that. Gonna take a lot to get through those. Are they just powered up Anchorage. Ooh. Ooh. If I airbend this, it's gone for good. But I do legend rule my own Ang. I can't iceberg it, but I could airbend it. Yeah. Blowing up their land? Oh, 100%, yeah. Sorry, buddy. You're in the graveyard now. Maybe if you're nice, Shiko will bring you back. Yeah, because this allows them to cast the spell for 2, it's just gone forever. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. Speaking of like, do we want to transform and hit harder? I think I do. There you go. We'll make them solve this board. Yep, good job. They solved it. I'm not too surprised. So much authority. Oh, okay. Let's bring out Chico. And let's bring out... Do we want to airbend the Chico? I don't think so. Let's bring out Nia. And since they're going to gain 6 life... Casting this side doesn't feel like it's worth much. Let's just keep getting value. We're just gonna have to outvalue them. It's the only way. And a stock up can certainly do that. 2 more icebergs. Well, maybe we iceberg all these authorities. They're becoming a real pain. All right, they're down to 1 card, so I think we have the time to do it. Yeah, 7, 8, 9 mana too. All right, 1 stock up. Get me the Unagi. And I don't think this split up's gonna do me any good, so I'll just take another land. Iceberg. How do they wish to respond? Yeah, I'll go for your iceberg. I like cards. Cards are great. So they sacrifice it. That's good. Now we have an empty iceberg that we can sacrifice later. But they really want their scries. And they did scry 1 to the top. They have 1 they like. We hit Appa Steadfast Guardian. Second iceberg. Get the authority off the field. Cast the Appa. Then we're going to airbend these. So attack first. Could also do it on their turn. I suppose that makes more sense. Unless I'm going to cast this again. I guess I'd rather do that after some of the authorities are gone. There's the split up. I can't keep the Appa from dying to this, can I? Ah! All right, well. Iceberg. Take another authority. Appa. Trigger. This. Cast Iceberg. Trigger Appa, make a 1/1. And take the Appa. You got the 1/1, but the Appa is under the ice, which could come in really handy. There's still one nasty authority. And the last iceberg got exiled earlier, so it turned out I needed it. Yuck. Oh well. Value. If I can't use haste, I will use value. And there is a Verge. So we can release the Appa, get back the iceberg, get the authority if that's what we decide to do. In the meantime, all this value. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a token that's a copy of another permanent. No! No! No, we're not doing that. All right. Release. Yep, why not? We're so far ahead of them. We're so far ahead of them on lands just because of the amount of cards we've drawn that these No More Lies are still really good. And we have gotten so much value from these cards. It is wild. Now I have a No More Lies available. Play a Shiko. Get me an iceberg. Feels weird to be this upset with Authority of the Consuls, but I am. Go away. I have double lies ready. They can't board wipe me. Surely we take over the game from here. They want to consult. They have 5 mana open. They found a card they like. But it's not split up. I'm going to save the Unagi. Yeah, I'm not flashing out Unagi. It can be uncounterable if I wait. If they took a No More Lies, they're feeling great. So we're not having it. Transform. Nice. Attack. The clock is ticking now. There's an iceberg. What would the iceberg target? I kind of want to find out, but I also don't want to find out. They know about lies. Let's just use it. It gets a +1/+1 counter and another 1/1. Wait, do they know about it? I don't think. Exile the top card of your library. Yep. Yeah. They know. Gain control? I don't know. What is this deck? This is absolute mania. But no, we're not having it. We're not having it. Not today. Exile. I haven't done the math, but in case I'm 1 off, let's get that +1/+1 counter. Okay, we got there. What a bizarre game. Wild. When you have to take out 3 Authority of the Consuls with your like Jeskai deck to get the win, you know Authority's a pretty strong card. On the play. Beautiful hand. Beautiful. You wake up every day and you're like, man, I hope I have one of these hands today. That's how it feels. If we lose with this hand, no one to blame but me. Oh yeah. Nia on the play to be aggressive. To play like an aggressive mage in your tempo deck feels so nice. To the battlefield. And a land drop for next turn. I love it. I love everything about it. 2 blue. I'll zap this in case they tap their mana and we want to cast a stock up. Do we want to cast a stock up anyway? Against 2 blue, it's not going to resolve, right? I think we make the No More Lies matter. Yep, lessons. So, stop the Accumulate Wisdom and get it exiled. Slows down the future Accumulate Wisdom. They go straight to a Kiora, the Rising Tide. Draw 2, discard 2. Aetherize and an island. So we're looking at mono blue. There isn't a 1-mana card in my deck. Let's be aggressive and see what they do. Hit. So they're planning to attack me. Here's what I want to do. I want to play the Shiko. No, the Shiko. I was thinking about what I need to find a Shiko so the stock up hits it. I want to play the Appa before they can counter it. And I want to airbend the Nia so that I can cast it in the future as a 4/4. And we have a 3/4 to face off against the Kiora. And we do it on our turn so they can't counter it. They just pass the turn back with 4 mana open. Let's play it. Does this resolve? It's a 2 mana 4/4 flying vigilance haste. Okay. I wish I were more surprised. Now, I only have 1 mana open though, so this stock up could resolve, and it does. Another Nia and a Lightning Helix to keep the pressure on. Now, if we attack with the Appa, there's a good chance they attack back with Kiora. And they might even make an 8/8 doing it. They need 3 more cards in the graveyard. They would have to tap mana on their turn. I'm not afraid of it. I'm going in. If they find a way to fill their graveyard and make the 8/8, I don't think that's the worst. But they're going for it. Want to accumulate wisdom. I'm really glad that first one got exiled now. They're at 5. They need 2 more cards in graveyard. They don't do it. I had a feeling it would be a tough one for them. What an interesting selection of cards. By Lightning Helix here, it probably gets refuted. But how many refutes can they really play? Quench is more likely. But like most of my turn relies on knowing if this is going to work. And just in case they somehow play a dragon package, let's shock in first. Zap. Resolves. Attack. Crab? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now what? We could play the Nia and see what card we turn over. If it's a 2-mana card, we can play it. Or we could stock up knowing it resolves and be ready for next turn. If we play it, an exiled card here, we do get a 1/1, but land won't do it. It has to be a 2-mana spell, which there aren't a lot we would play here. Still, there's something telling me this is the play. I feel lucky. I'm not lucky. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. They want to get aggressive. I can attack them for more than they can attack me for. That tells us they might have another crab. There's a Shiko. We really want to play that Shiko. Let's make our 1/1s. Or no, it's only when you cast a spell from exile, isn't it? Okay, there's a split up. Interesting. After combat, a lot of our stuff might be tapped. Let's find out. Yeah, they might have another crab. Yeah, another crab. They have a copy the crab and draw 2. Aha. Okay. Targets. All right, how to punish. Put them at 12, cast a Shiko, cast a Spider, or cast a stock up, cast a split up, kill all tapped. No attacks. I I'm gonna just keep on bringing out Nias. They generate great value. The icebergs are pretty good, but I think we'll find more. But let's get those crabs gone. It's a big part of their win con is catching people off guard with those crabs. We have to make it our job to not let them catch us off guard with crabs. Mana is open. 5 mana, quenches 2. Refute is a hard counter. 3 steps is a hard counter. Yeah, they are playing a funky deck, aren't they? We go for Shiko. With 3 cards left. I believe. If it's a 3 steps, No More Lies can still counter it. If they kick it, spree it. And they spree it. Okay, this has to not be a quench from them. They have a crab, but it's not a quench. Okay. Nice. Why did they do it then? Oh, because they knew. They knew they weren't going to catch us after that. Wow. Blue mages, am I right? Fired this deck up with all these tricksy moves, and all I've played against are other tricksy blue mages. But let's see who else is out there in the arena today. And we've got another good hand. I love the way the hands for this deck play out. It is a little concerning that we only have white and red mana. There is no blue here yet, but I believe we will find it. And we already have 2 castables. Let's start with the Verge. Okay, looks like another control deck. Let's get right to work. Nia to the battlefield. Exiled is a land. And it's not a land that makes blue. Yikes. That is a tapped North Pole Gates and an Authority of the Consuls. I'm deja vu all over again. Let's play this while we can. And this could be a weird game. That implies mill. Lots of mill. All right. Iceberg can take Monument off the field, but we haven't drawn it yet. There is blue mana. Thank goodness. So what do we do now? Attack for 2 for sure. Airbending the Monument doesn't achieve much. I think it's stock up. And we want to be aggressive and interactive. No More Lies in multiples sounds decent. It is tough because we only have 1 blue. So we're still very bottlenecked, but that fixes it. That's a good draw. And they do nothing. Why didn't they do... They didn't even use the Monument. Weird. I really do want it to be able to hit a spell with Aang. Do I exile? Do I just say go? Yeah, we're kind of in this tempo game. Let's do it. Let's not take the risk of giving them a window. Okay. I have 2 counters. I'm just going to keep doing this. They're down to 9. They've taken a lot of damage. They want a Ride's End. So, No More Lies. They want to fight that. They want to consult the star charts. That's fine. They didn't even kick it, so great. I'm really waiting for them to like tap out for a Wrath, and that's when you get the Aang down, and then you untap Waterbend Aang swing. So we have to stay patient. We have to stay patient. They can't take this damage forever. Aetherized. Returns it to my hand. That's interesting. What if I airbend it in response, and then I can play it as a haste creature next turn. And then I have 3 mana, I can counter the thing. They're still at 9, they go to 10. When I play it, it goes to 11, they have authority. Ugh, the authority is a problem. All right, I think we still use No More Lies. This drops them to 7. Oh, my Chicos. And then we let it be with Aang ready if they tap too much mana. They don't. On end step, I'm going to exile a card because I want to keep the pressure on them. It's another Aang. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, now they have to be really careful, don't they? Don't think life total is my problem, it's theirs. Hit, down to 5. Yep, I mean, this is just till the end of turn, so we should go for it. They want to counter it? Cool. They don't gain the life, and I still have this one for their sorcery speed action. But then I have Shiko to cast a lightning helix that could be lethal. Tempo, tempo, tempo. We are tempo. $37 cards. We hit the land. If we transform this and put a counter on it, we're threatening lethal. Think that's the play. They probably have something. Maybe the Aang is enough to stop it. If it's an Aetherize, it'll work. But if it's just counter spells. Also, if it's Ride's End, it doesn't work, right? Awesome. Awesome. I have to think. This is a thinking game. It's Blue Mage versus Blue Mage. Seriously. All right. So, there. Becomes 5/5. Has Vigilance. They got nothing. Ah! I found a deck for blue on blue crimes, and I'm having a really good time with it.